Grant us, Lord, not to be anxious about earthly things, but to love things heavenly. Amen. Amen. Good morning.
Good morning.
My mother used to say, as I was growing up, I heard her say it often, we live between New York and Philadelphia, but we face New York. I wasn't quite sure what she meant by that, but I feel that the gospel today speaks to that. Which way do we face? Which way do you face? Do you face those things heavenly or an earthly world that is before us every single day? Frankly, I don't know, but sometimes I just don't get it. I don't understand these two worlds. How can we choose between them? But maybe it's which way we face that matters. The readings today are challenging, to say the least, but it's very interesting. They're not benign. In Amos, we hear of them rubbing their hands together. When is the Sabbath over and we can start to sell goods, make money, and take advantage of them? The gospel reading of the corrupt manager who uses his guile and his wiliness to make provisions for himself. And I was looking at the letter of Paul to Timothy, and I said, well, what's going on here that reeks of corruption? And then I realized it was Paul himself, Saul, the persecutor beyond all others, that God chose to be his apostle in probably the most powerful way of all the apostles. I don't always get it, but I can at least see in this reading that it's up there. It's pretty serious. Now, a little bit of a relief came when I looked back a paragraph from the Gospel to earlier in Luke, where there's the wonderful and familiar story of the prodigal son. But the last paragraph that I looked at is that part where the father goes out to the brother of the prodigal son. He's been good. He's been faithful. He's done everything right. But he just doesn't get it. Even to the point of having a party in his own house, celebrating God's glory, and he is deliberately staying outside. He's facing the wrong way. We are facing the wrong way. Perhaps. I mean, today's Sunday. Tomorrow, guess what? It's Monday. Children are back in school, so are their teachers. The rest of us are on Route 1 in traffic. Route 33, already in progress, you know. And those problems we had on Friday, guess what? They're still there. You get to your desk, they're waiting for you. What are we doing? What do we see? Bottom line, we've got to provide for our families. We've got to take care of ourselves. Nobody else is going to do it. We've got to develop what I call a wealth, not just financial, but provisions for others in our family. We have to provide for our own safety, and also an assurance that in the future we will have enough to survive. Not unlike the manager in our story, who when he is about to be fired, goes out and cuts the debt owed by various debtors to his master, so he has a cushion, a soft landing. Now today, and in New Jersey, this would not be allowed. Can you imagine? This happened once at a firm I worked with when I was practicing architecture. The treasurer was let go. Well, he was let go at 7:31 in the morning. His internet access had been previously cut off. His ID tag was taken, and he was escorted out of the building with his one box of personal belongings. There wasn't a chance for him to go and cut any debts or deals. But yet, this manager in our gospel is commended for it. I like the way you work. This is great. You used your guile, your skills, what you're passionate about, and cut some deals. If you had only done it for eternal reasons, for permanent things, not for things passing away, the temporal. We are created in God's image. We are, if you will, a projection of God in New Jersey. And in Paul's letter to Timothy, he says that we have between us, humankind, and God, a mediator, Jesus. And my image is that Jesus is the lens by which we are projected. What would it take to turn that around, face God, and project back to God? Maybe with thanks. Instead of our selfishness, we would project back concern for others. Instead of proclamations, it would be our listening. Instead of sympathy, empathy. And instead of judgments, we would project back our discernment. That is tantalizing. But I can't do it. I've got too much I have to do tomorrow. I'm in the world. I've got serious things to take care of. The gospel, the collect today, and I come back to it, says, do not be anxious about earthly things. Oh, okay. Okay, God. I won't be anxious about them. You take care of them. Take over right now. I've got bills on the table. Take care of those. I've got my list there. I've been meaning to talk to you about that. I've got the bills, my mother's health. I've got all that work I've got to do. I've got school, I have a deadline, and it wouldn't hurt to have a little bit more cash around here. Take care of that, and I won't be anxious. I'm with you 100%. Then I'll listen to you about these things heavenly. What do we truly want? I think of the cry of a small child growing up that I knew. He said, I just want it all better. I just want it all better. I don't know if you've heard that, but in many ways we all have. It's just the simple cry of somebody who just doesn't understand and wants it. In exchange for it being all better, then we will give the glory to God. But not before. I want it all better first. There's just too much at stake. We have assurances, we need assurances that what we need will be taken care of. But we're putting assurances, as the collect says, in earthly things, things that are passing away. A earthly wealth is where we're putting our priorities. What about a heavenly wealth? Something that's eternal, not earthly. Well, the strength of the readings today say it's not that simple, and it's not going to go according to any rules. It's going to go to people that are not that good. They're going to be people who aren't getting medals for good behavior, going to church, going to Sunday school as a child. It's going to be people who can somehow take their earthly talents and turn them to a heavenly view. And what is the wealth that's being offered? It is a gift that the world cannot give. It's beyond our imagination. It's a heavenly peace. Beyond our skills, beyond our craftiness. in a realm beyond even our imaginations, but obvious as the sun this morning. With all we face individually and as a community, we want it all better. And if we are only still, maybe today we can hear the voice through that lens saying, "But my child, don't you know it already is better?"